Hello again everyone, Saka here and welcome back to my PC repair shop, and today is a big day with a lot of deliveries. We have some RAM delivered as well as a graphics card and even more RAM on top of that, so hopefully we can get some of these computers off our doorstep. So there are two 8GB RAM sticks as well as a 970 gaming, a motivator, and a Geforce Dark Silver. So it's just going to be me remembering who exactly gets what here. So the oldest item up for bids is Dennis Gross here, who wants 16 gigs of RAM, and it's getting a bit hot. Could it be the dust? We already blew out the dust, and we are waiting for that 16 gigabytes of RAM. This guy is rocking the Geforce Dark Silver, so that will be what we are going to put in. Also, he wants plastic black cable. I worry about used parts. Don't worry, it is brand new there, Dennis. All right, Dennis. So let's upgrade this to 16 gigabytes of RAM. Get this side panel off and plug in our silver RAM card. All right, installing our memory stick. There is the Geforce 8GB 266 megabytes right there. And then all we have to do is install that case side panel, get these things plugged in, and run a virus scanner to see if it is up to snuff. After we, of course, plug in plastic black cables. So this guy has a lot of white cabling here. Let's go ahead and start pulling all of this stuff out so we can see our cables and get plastic black up in here. All right, all cables removed. That was quick and easy. Let's go ahead and install some plastic black, loose plain plastic black. Should be fairly easy to hook everything back up. And hey, a fellow flight simmer, Bush Flight Simulator. You could probably do that in Microsoft Flight Sim, no problem. And as you can see, this thing is all well and good. Incomplete case, of course. I always forget to replace the PSU shroud. So we'll go ahead and put that one back into place. Everything should be awesome here. So PC part, the PSU shroud, right over the top there, and as you can see, those plastic black cables are in and ready to go. So all we have to do is install that. It is ready to boot, and we place that in the delivery area and get old Dennis taken care of. There you go, Dennis. 5-star. New system memory is nice, and somehow they knew plastic black cables were my favorite. Well, it could be because you told me there, Dennis. All right, discard that. The next oldest job that we were looking at here is upgrading to 8 gigabytes of RAM. This guy was working with the 4 gig motivator, so we'll be putting in our other 4 gig motivator into Louis Vanessa. Looks like it's getting a bit old. Done in 4 days, and plastic white cables. All right, so Louis, plastic white cables, and the motivator. Yeah, let's go ahead and yank out all of these cables just to start fresh with a clean slate, just in case one of these are black cables. I don't want to miss anything. There's one there, and I believe that is everything set from the outset. So let's go ahead and, oh, we already opened up those clips there. So we'll install our memory, the motivator 4 gig right there. Booyah. And then we just need to put in plastic white cables. So let's go ahead and do that as well. White cables are in, and it's only just a quick boot to see if this is working as intended. Should be a quick and easy check. Let's go ahead and power this on, and that is all well and good. All we have to do is install the PSU mounts. I almost did it again. Install PC parts, the power supply mount right there, and of course installing the PSU shroud right there. Then we can install our side panel right here. Luckily it's just one screw, and now I think we're all set. Let's go ahead and place this in the delivery area, get this PC out of there, and go ahead and collect that. 4 1/4 or so. Using it is a massive pleasure now. That is good to hear. Next item up for bids on The Price is Right is improving the graphics card, and he is an MSI fanboy. He did have an MSI GTX 960, and if memory serves, if we look at our graphics cards, yes, we have the MSI 970, so we can go ahead and get a look at harsh Paul at harsh supply, and the vent looks a bit clogged. So we need to brush this out. All right, harsh Paul, where are you, Muad'Dib? There you are, and yes, indeed, installing some compressed air would definitely be recommended here. Installing some compressed air, giving it a quick blow job, and getting this PC out of there. And then all we have to do is pull out that graphics card here, and it will be improved. Be the GTX 960 to the 970. And this thing is quite dirty indeed. Let's get the case done there, and there we go. So no cable requests. All we have to do is unplug the graphics card power here, as well as remove the locking port. Quick and easy, real respectable like. Then install our brand new 970. So that gives us two 960s to work with, MSI. So that should be awesome. All right, so we need the PCI lock right there. Get that locked back in place. And once it powers up, it will recognize the upgrade. So I'm just going to count my chickens before they hen house and connect all my cables up and put on all of the case fans and whatnot. You know, shame on me. We need to power this thing up, of course. Can't very well put out a display if there's, you know, nothing to display on. It's not like we put it on the motherboard graphics out. Does it even have one? No, it doesn't look like it has an onboard, no motherboard display, which is interesting. And quick and easy harsh Paul's PC is done making the rounds here. Go ahead and collect that. 5-star, working great, massive pleasure. I don't know how much going from a 960 to a 970. I think it's 2 extra gigabytes. And now we have Mr. Gigabyte Component trying to play World of Tanks. And so we've got the MSI Radeon 470 Gaming 4G coming here. We have a lot. All right, so there is our Gigabyte graphics card there for World of Tanks, man, as well as an AMD Ryzen 5, which would be this guy, because we needed to diagnose and fix. All right, so this guy can play Rocket League at a minimum spec. I want to take a look at this again and see what we need here. Yeah, it's sort of the downfall of taking a break in between play sessions is I forget what we need. But we need a graphics card capable of pushing out 4 gigabytes of video memory. An AMD Radeon RX is recommended. And I don't know if we have one on the way for Mr. Rocket League. We've got the 1050 Ti coming for World of Tanks, man. And we have the CPU coming for here. So do I see... So the MSI Radeon 470 4G is for Rocket League, man. So these bottom 3 are accounted for as far as parts to come in. All right, so this guy, K. Stevens. I'm hoping for 16 gigs of memory. My PC lives on the floor and is full as dust and not as quick as it used to be, so that's a virus scan as well. Looking at this, he's using the 2666 megahertz, and we do not have any 266 megahertz RAM coming, which is a bit of a problem. And as you can see, nothing is on the delivery board as far as RAM is concerned. So let's go ahead then and order another 266. This guy doesn't need any rush. So another T-Force Dark Silver. Yeah, another T-Force Dark Silver 8 gig 266 megabytes. We'll go ahead and add that to the cart. Get it in 3 to 5 working days. So that is K. Stevens taken care of. Next up is Gilmore. Upgrade to 16 gigs of RAM. Are you running? Oh, so 2400 megahertz. We can indeed do this one, it looks like. I was on PC Bay and saw some awesome white cables. Please don't use used parts, which we ordered a brand new one. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to D. Gilmore and put in one of these. Whoops. As I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. Let's put in. See, open that memory clip there, open that memory clip there, and install some memory. And we have an 8 gig Fortis, 2400 megahertz. So, yeah. Oh, wait, that one was used. So he doesn't like used parts. Do we just tell him to suck it? Oh, this one's brand new. Yeah, we'll put in this one. Pop that one in there, 16 gigs of RAM. Let's go ahead and get our side panel on. And watch this thing boot to the operating system. Picking them up and laying them down. There is another one that is ready to boot right there. Let's get Gilmore gone and collect that. 5 stars. Oh, nice, smashing it. 5 XP, we're level 5. That's good to see. I forgot all about the plastic white cables. So, yeah, good thing. Ooh, the peripherals. Install it on your computer to access the latest peripherals and customize your desk and workbenches. So, some extra foofiness that I don't exactly need in my life. Upgrade to 16 gigs of RAM on this one. I worry about used parts, so this one needs to be brand new. And you're rocking a T-Force Dark 266 megahertz. It's almost like we should order like 10 of those things just to have them in stock. Let me just see. So, yeah, we don't have one on order, so we can go ahead and get one on order if we don't have, I know, if we don't have any 266 megahertz, which we don't. We have a bunch of new 2400 megahertzes. So another Team Group T-Force Dark Red 266 megahertz will be fine. 3 to 5 working days. Get that on the board as well. Next, a 3D Mark score of 3911. And what I will do, since these guys are not on a time crunch, let me just look through here and see if there's anything. So this one is 8 days, a 3500 3D Mark score. We'll accept this one. Anything that's on a time limit, we'll accept, get it in here, and sort of get ourselves reoriented. So 11 days, we'll go ahead and accept that. Minecraft, that shouldn't be too hard. Got that, got that. And then bits and bobs. All right, we'll discard that. Nice, got some more. Level, peripheral shop, colored cables, and Intel Kaby Lake motherboards. Awesome. Last night I was at this bar, I overheard someone talking about computers. Sounds like they were having a technical issue. So I went over and introduced myself. We got talking, and this lady says she manages an esports team. Kids that play video games and get paid. Turns out they're running high-end software. Reliability problems. If anyone knows about reliability problems, it's me. Yeah, you are the most unreliable. I'm in the big leagues now. I think it's the big leagues. All right. Anyway, I thought you might want to know. We'll recommend for some work. All right, so Uncle Tim is doing some networking for us. And what we'll do is we will let all of those computers come in that could not be delivered from the mailman. Now that we have some space on the floor, we have space for 1, 2, 3, 4 PCs. Man, that's a dusty mess. So I will go ahead and turn this bad boy off, be done for the day, and then tomorrow we will get a graphics card delivered as well as the processor. And those 5 PCs, hopefully we can get them in time. And it's another beautiful day in this neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? All right, we're ready to begin the next day. And we should have, well, we do have indeed a full stack of PCs next to our door, as well as the Gigabyte graphics card and the new Ryzen quad-core processor for some of those old jobs. Sorry to miss you. Still behind on the deliveries. Build me a new PC. Rig is broken. That's 4 days. All right, we'll accept that one. That one's going to be in transit. And that one is just a 3D Mark. So we're starting to get a lot of fine-tuning, building decent rigs out of this thing. So let's start at the very beginning. We needed Mr. World of Tanks at a minimum spec, Mr. Gigabytes. So, complete in 3 days. So we can definitely do that. We'll go to that PC. And there is Deadly Caravan wanting his World of Tanks ready to go. So of course, let's get this video card out of here and use the new Gigabytes. So he has an MSI 1050 Ti gaming. Okay, that's cool, We'll unplug that, get this graphics card out of here, and use that new Gigabyte card, which said it was going to be okay as far as World of Tanks goes. And that is a good sign indeed. So Deadly Caravan is now done. We'll collect that, 5 stars. They use shiny new parts. Yes, indeed we did. All right, down back to the bottom. Let's work on some of these old ones. So this is Mr. Ryzen CPU. So I don't remember if I left the CPU out. I probably didn't, because there is our air cooler. No, we did. Okay, cool. Open the CPU handle. Then we will install a brand new Ryzen Quad-Core 5, because apparently that's what he had before. And of course, install some good old thermal paste squeeze. Close that CPU handle with a remove, and then install the CPU cooling. There we go. Awesome. And now it's just a matter of putting in that, or do we have a, yeah, I figured, put in the cable to run the fan. Then we can hook up the side panel. And this guy will have a PC that he basically started with before he lost his CPU somewhere. Jet Fighter Man taking care of. Next up in the delivery area, plop that there. There you go, Mr. Cheese. Nice, 5 stars. Customer satisfaction, 25 experience points. We've broken into the 5th star, which is good to see. We'll discard that. All right, so Rocket League Man. Do we have something for Rocket League Man? I think this is Rocket League Man right here. Looking at this one, 16 gigs of RAM, and you need the dark silver, which is coming on the 7th. All right, that is all well and good. So you are remove viruses. Cool, good deal. Mr. Movie Man is finally here. So yeah, a lot of extra fluff. And then anyway, my computer has a virus now. Could you run a scan and remove it? All right, so this one is easily done there, Blake. Just add that old virus scanner, and let's see what Blake got into. Yep, only 180, not too awful bad. It's not the worst that I have seen by any stretch of the imagination, but this one is good. We'll go ahead and remove that USB drive and get this back in the delivery area, and Mr. DVD Man, you are good to go. So that one is done. Next up, 16 gigs of RAM, and it's already missed. The PC is here, by the by, and it is a 2400, so we can indeed do that, and it's a Team Group fanboy. So that is Jarvis done. Hopefully Jarvis doesn't judge us too harshly. Nope, wait, nope. Back and collect, please. So it looks like we have to quit. So do we take that RAM stick back out? It's only a little bit of cost, and this is for science. Within Jabra, it was worth $982, but the current build is worth. Are you sure you want to return it in its current state? Yes. I asked for RAM, and they didn't even start the work, just sent the PC back. No, I did the work. It's done. So yeah, we just ate the cost on that. So yeah, we'll just send all of those back then that we have missed. So ate a little bit, didn't hurt our overall score too awful much. So let's make sure that we don't take any jobs. Okay, so this one is here and ready to go. You need 3554. Sound like a fair benchmark? It's 2.9, a reasonable deadline. Don't do use parts. MSI is meant to be the bomb. All right, so DAWs. Let's run some 3D Mark and see what your PC is sitting at here. A view from the bushes, that doesn't sound creepy or anything. All right, so we need 3D Mark Advanced, and then we'll go ahead and give this a run. And without further ado and delay, we'll go ahead and run that. And this is where having your second desk is okay. We could build it for 1,500 bucks and then work on other PCs, but I got nothing but time. And unless this is one of those things where, oh, I need the computer to run 3D Mark for 3 hours or something crazy, I'll just wait, kick my feet up, have a cup of coffee, all that good stuff, and see what kind of benchmarking score we can get, as well as I believe I can get a software that can tell me exactly what parts I can get to boost that computer up to 3554 at least. So yeah, once I take a look at these computer stats, what do you have in you? An i5 6600K. You also have a 4 gigabytes of RAM and an Asus ROG Strix 560. I don't think that one is up to par quite yet. Besides, you want MSI components. You don't want used stuff, though. But if we have used stuff laying around, is it worth it to save the cost? Yeah, here it is, the part ranking. Compare the relative performance of CPUs and graphics cards. That might be, yeah, that might be indeed what we need. Probably wouldn't hurt now that we're starting to get into those gaming PCs that they need a certain 3D Mark score. Might not be a bad idea to do that here. And then all we got to do, let me close this out, add remove the programs and the part ranking, and then I can sort of see the interface on my PC here. All right, so this is handy indeed. We can see what graphics card we need to boost that score up, and right below we also can see what the CPU boost is. Now, is it additive? So if I have a AMD Ryzen 3 quad core, that's 1058, then do I add like 2215 for the 970 gaming to get 3000? That might be a thing. So what I can do is I can look and see what this guy is running in my emails here. All the way down here to the bottom, this guy needs an upgrade, 3911. So you are at a 2130. We need quite the bit. And your graphics score is 2000. Your CPU is 3300. So yeah, I don't know. You're rocking an Intel i5 6600K. All right, so looking at the processor, he has the 6th best processor as far as score overall at a 1227. We could go i7 and squeeze another 300 out of it, but I believe, pound for pound, this Asus ROG Strix is what's holding us back. And if we look for the Asus ROG Strix, which is right here in 34th place at a 1360. So if we need to squeeze another 1,000 out of this, which I believe we do, another 18, no, only 1,400, a graphics card of 1,600 or better. So if we did something like this, and he wants an MSI, we could get away with an MSI Geforce GTX 970. MSI Geforce GTX. Yeah, this one right here. The MSI Geforce GTX 970 Gaming 100 ME at a 2158. So I believe this one will be enough to get him good. And he needs it in 7 days. So yeah, we'll spend the extra money and get it here the next working day. And this PC that's in transit is a replacement of a power supply. The system just locks up. I have to have it in 4 days. Awesome plastic black cables. Don't use used parts. So your old power supply was a Cooler Master MWE Bronze 500. And the Cooler Master MWE Bronze 500, we'll add that to the cart, and the next working day should be fine. We'll go ahead and pay that now. So now it looks like we're going to get our Cooler Master on Monday, the GTX 970 on Monday, as well as the MSI Radeon for Mr. Rocket League. So that will be fine there. Expecting delivery of 2 PCs, which we should have enough space for. But let me look through one more time and make sure we have nothing that needs to be done right away. So that one can take some time. That one is in transit. And this one is in transit for 10 days as well. I broke my PC. I was experimenting, and well, I don't think I'll do that again. I like it to be done in 10 days. At data, components are meant to be the bomb. I've never cleaned it out. Is that okay? So replacing the RAM entirely. And your RAM is an ADATA Premier Series 8 GB. All right, so that should be fine. The ADATA Premier Series 8 GB, we won't worry about next day. We'll do 3 to 5 working days because, quite frankly, ADATA is a very unique RAM that I'm going to remember that not just anyone can get that. So I think we're all set. That one's in transit. That one doesn't have a time limit. That one doesn't have a time limit. Neither does that one. We're working on that 3D Mark score of 3550 right there. MSI components. That's going to be right here on Monday. So we should be able to get those parts out. So not bad at all. I think we'll call this a day. And leveling up, getting some of these PCs out of here. And we're actually freeing up some space here. We have space for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more PCs on top of all of that. We're getting a delivery of 1 and 2. Once we get these out the door, we'll be able to sort of nitpick and take the jobs that we want and can manage effectively. But that will do it for me, everyone. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next PC building simulator. Take care.